Welcome to another episode of Beyond the Gym Floor. We have Jess in the house, which was great because we got to celebrate UStrong, the gym, in profit in 19 weeks. Fucking excited about it. So congratulations to all the team, everyone involved, from Laura, Jess, all the STC team. Incredible result. And every member that's ever come through, every prospect, every like on Instagram, every share, every referral, everyone that's been involved to get to this very first milestone. It is the first step for us. We talk a lot in this episode about this being the foundations for what we can do moving forwards that we're very excited about. This episode, if you're a personal trainer, we talk about challenges and how to, as in like running a challenge for your clients, not things that are hard, and how you might roll them out, and a couple of ideas that we're trialing, both in UStrong and with my online coaching that's then going to tie into the STC Fit model. We unpack group coaching models, and then also just like a little bit of an insight into the strategies that we're taking to take us from that kind of 40K per month and looking towards the 100K per month in 2025. And for you guys that are probably sitting around that, maybe 3, 4, 5K months, looking to get to 10K months. So enjoy the episode. As always, if you get some value on it, all we ask is just a follow, a like, a comment, a share. Even if you just do one of those things, makes a really big difference to the audience size that we get from this pod and the amount of people that we're able to help through this modality. Enjoy the app. See you next week. I've seen memes circulating.
So this is how cooked the internet is and culture is now, right?
Yeah.
So he's like a CEO of like a huge health insurance firm. Mm-hmm. So this guy gets gunned down in the middle of the street, right? So it's nighttime. So this dude scoped him out, walks up behind him.
I think it was the morning.
Or it was
broad daylight.
So he gets shot from behind with a suppressed weapon.
Jesus.
Neutralized, and then this big manhunt to get this dude, right? Mm-hmm. And then on the shell casings there was like just language that they use in policies when they're trying to get around paying out, maybe.
Yeah,
it's like defame, depose, like something along those lines, right?
Yeah.
That relates quickly.
Go for it.
So the 3 words that were put on there mimic a book that was about insurance policies and things like that.
Yep.
So it was like this fucking...
Sounds like a great movie.
It's like a manifesto.
It's literally...
I'm in already.
It's literally Hollywood. It's literally Hollywood.
Yeah, so like the 3 words that were put there mock the title of this book that is about pretty much fraudulent insurance companies and how they avoid doing payouts.
Yeah.
So this guy's like a fucking...
So he's done his homework.
Social warrior.
Yeah, so then the manhunt's on. Was he hired? Is he an assassin? Whatever. So then... they catch this dude like a couple of days later in a McDonald's, and like the community actually like caught him, like sent the message out because they weren't sure if they were going to the police were going to release the dude.
Yeah.
And they were like, no, we need the people, the power of the people.
Yeah.
And so they catch this guy, and he's like a young man, university, really smart, highly intelligent.
On TikTok.
Yeah, no one knows the motivations for it just yet. But they found like a suppressed weapon, and they found this bag that's been dumped in this park that, they've got video footage of him having it because he had this mask on. You can just see his eyes and shit. Anyway, so then because the dude that got murdered, he works for this health insurance fund or company. And they, projected record profits for the year or whatever.
Yeah. So who cares?
So all of a sudden, the internet is just like, well, that's what you get for ripping people off, and that's what you get for, taking people's money, and how many kids has this guy killed from not paying out on the health insurance and all this shit, right? And I was like, wow, and then they're like, this guy's like a modern day Robin Hood,
Oh, it's
like,
so cooked.
Taking it back to the rich
because the CEO's overseeing every fucking policy.
Taking it back to the rich people, man.
Christ.
So, yeah.
Then
go shoot people. You're a good bloke. Got it.
So
because that guy's a bad man. Like, he's got a family.
Yeah.
So he deserves to die.
the 2 even more fucked up things from this. So the first one, the FBI were fangirling over him. they were like, this is such a clean job. It was done so efficiently, blah, blah, blah. The FBI were like, not
Praising it.
like in no uncertain.
Yeah.
I think as they thought it was like a contract killing.
It was
Yeah.
apparently
Yeah.
done so well.
Yeah.
And then the
'Cause it
second
looks
Smart.
and then the second thing is the internet wins again. The amount of memes about Mr. Luigi
Yeah, I've just seen heaps of memes.
something
You know what it was.
starts with M, his surname.
Apparently they found him because he was talking to a hot chick. They're like, this is the most Luigi thing ever. He's like,
No,
talking to a woman got him caught.
he's like, because of his TikTok, he's like bi, so it's like super left wing bi guy that's intelligent and like not my type, but I'm sure he's someone's type. Like he's like a skinny little uni boy.
Yeah.
He reminds me of
But that leans into like the anti-corporate
what's
crew as well.
wait, what's the main
Yeah.
guy in You from Dan from Gossip Girl?
Sure.
Yeah, wrong crowd, bro.
Yeah.
You the
I can see his face, but
he's got like the curly
yeah, I know
anyway.
who you mean.
So he looks like
Oh,
that.
I didn't even know what you were talking about then.
Oh,
Like, you is the show?
Yeah,
Is
the show.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
The main character in You, the guy, Dan from Gossip Girl,
Right.
kind of looks like him.
We have to find out now.
Thank
But keep
you.
going.
But the memes that have come out about how like good looking he is.
Yeah,
Um,
that's all I've seen.
my favorite meme I've seen
Oh,
though.
this guy, Penn Badgley.
Penn Badgley, that's
yeah,
the one.
yeah. He
His
kind of
name-
looks like him.
Yeah, yeah,
his
yeah.
name's not Penn.
Yeah.
P-double-N.
Yeah, but I bet you his name's not Penn.
His name's Joe in
Yeah.
You. Joe
Yes.
Goldberg,
Yeah, but I bet like his non-actor name is like Steve.
probably.
Because Steve's just not cool. Penn.
Oh, has he
I-
changed his
Penn
name?
gets you a movie role.
Yeah.
I
You want to put Penn on a poster.
you know the guy in
Double
Australia.
N.
You know the guy in Australia that got arrested and it was like, for what? A succulent Chinese meal?
Oh, yeah, yeah. He's a legend. He goes down in folk. Like,
There's a photo of Luigi getting like handcuffed and it's the same thing. He's looking
ladies
at
and
the camera.
gentlemen, this is democracy manifest.
Literally. And it's him and it's like being arrested for what? Enjoying a succulent McDonald's
Yeah,
meal?
okay.
And they've like linked the memes. I'm like,
Fuck, man.
someone's dead. CEO is dead. Someone got assassinated. Why are we simping over a murderer?
The
no one
internet
cares.
has no chill, man.
Yeah.
Like
Next.
none. Which is kind of funny,
but
then
terrifying.
Also
kind of
terrifying.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, next thing. Yeah, how much do we make fun of Donald Trump getting shot? Brother. Like, that's terrifying.
It's so bad.
But next topic. Jay-Z finally getting named alongside.
Saw that.
So he's officially in the Diddy thing? Is that what you,
So
that's what it is?
it is a
Yeah,
so
because there's been like rumors for ages.
so it's
Allegations.
officially it's making it to court. However, the issue here is, and the issue that lies therein with all of this is, it's a civil trial, not a criminal trial.
Yeah.
So the allegations are that a 13-year-old that was reported at the time that it was done, 13-year-old drugged,
At a white party or just in general?
got picked up saying you're Diddy's type,
Yep.
and she didn't know what that was for.
Yep.
Anyway, she ended up escaping, going to a servo and calling her dad as
Yep.
soon as it happened. So that, yeah, but drugged, conscious, Diddy, like Jay-Z, Diddy watched, Diddy wife, someone's partner, whether it was Diddy's or Jay-Z's, she's unnamed, and the Jane Doe, because it's a civil trial, doesn't need to be named. Her lawyer was like, you will not, because she's like, there is no amount of money you can give me that will make me happy. Everyone needs to know what you did. But it's a civil trial, so I need to know why it's not a criminal trial and why it is a civil trial. I know the burden of proof is lower, like the standard of proof is lower.
Maybe the evidence isn't there yet to go to
Well,
court.
it was long ago, so who knows? But yeah, she's like full taken it, and Jay-Z released this statement that was like, I feel sorry for my family. I have to explain to my daughter. Her friends are going to go up to her. The absolute heinous crimes listed should be in a criminal trial, not a civil trial. Like, I'm not standing down from this. But her lawyer is like, you're not going to intimidate her out of this. There's no amount of hush
Interesting.
money. There's
Spicy.
no...
Yeah, because there was those pictures of like Diddy, Jay-Z, and Beyonce that were like AI generated when the Diddy stuff first dropped.
Yeah.
Because they were like, it seems like it's one of those things where like everyone knows who was there, but no one can really say who was there. And it was just like, oh, we're just going to throw this on the internet.
Well,
It's not real. It's
the
fluff.
weirdest part is Diddy recorded every single one of them.
Yeah.
Diddy recorded every white party ever. So I've like deep
Wonder
dived
who
this.
has that.
I've deep dived this
Who's
so
got the
heavily.
tapes?
That's what I'm like.
So apparently,
They're on
there's a rumor that that's why they raided the house so quickly. Is because
to get the tapes.
there were people on those tapes
Yeah.
that made that call,
Yeah, they
and
did.
you're probably never going to see them again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
So-
those tapes have not just them, like people that run the world.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's
We need
why
those tapes.
the house got
Yeah.
turned over so quick.
Yeah.
Because they, again, alleged.
Yeah.
They were just like, go get those fucking
It's
tapes.
so.
Yeah. Makes sense.
I've had this conversation this week because like I've been pretty like heavily invested in the whole Diddy thing. Like I've deep dived it so fucking. I'm like, I used to wear Sean Combs. I used to have his cologne and his perfume. I used to rock Sean Combs stuff on my Dada fucking pants, brother.
Hey.
Like,
Me
thank
too.
you. Of course, one of the same. And I love.
Surprise, I didn't.
It's a different era for you, man.
Yeah.
Different type of band.
Fox and DC.
By the way, Nelly's coming out next year,
Yeah,
and
I
I was
saw
like,
that.
birthday presents, guys. I don't even want to know if Drake is if all the rumors about Drake being a pedophile are going to be charged because, like, I sold my left kidney to go see him from 5 rows from the front of VIP, guys. 5 rows. Anyway,
I hope the music was good.
Apparently,
it's going to be.
it's just Drake made me think of Kendrick. Kendrick came out this week and said that comedians are misogynist and should make jokes about women. So Schultz does an opening on Flagrant every week, and he just like this level of sarcasm about the rap industry and how they talk about women.
Oh
is
my God.
fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Just tore through them.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Now I forgot what I was going to say. Sorry. No, it's okay. Deep dive, Diddy stuff. It's alright. I lost it.
Anyway,
It's
Hurt
fine.
your feelings.
It's going down.
Diddy's a creep.
It's going down.
Sad
Yeah.
reacts.
Yeah.
Sad
Because you used to
reacts.
rock all the stuff.
Oh, no. So what I was saying is with every celebrity and every person of power, Donald Trump got named People's Person of the Year, by the way. Times Person of the Year. Like just today.
Good on. Go Donald. No, I don't.
The thing is, we've all heard of or seen the Stanford prison experiment, right? It's like anyone that gets given an obscene amount of power can and will abuse it. And it's like proven time and time again that if you are untouchable, you will do the things that sit in the back of your subconscious mind that you don't think about doing.
Yeah, well,
What
like,
is
So whenever something comes out, I'm like,
why are you not?
I'm not surprised.
Correct.
I'm disappointed, but I'm not surprised. I feel sick, but I'm not surprised.
Imagine having. I'm not giving people excuses, but
No.
imagine being able to do anything you want.
Yeah.
You are unstoppable.
So
Absolutely.
that gets boring. Normal life
Yeah.
gets boring.
Yeah.
We talk about it all the time. That's why like people go crazy.
Yeah.
Is because they don't get to. It's like you know how if we do something exciting, it gives you that dopamine hit, and then you're
Yeah.
just like, oh, I'm gonna do everything
I've
to
done
like
that now.
to
Yeah.
try and meet that level.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, what about when there's no
Yeah.
you're at the ceiling
Absolute,
of life?
Was it absolute power corrupts absolutely.
Yeah.
And like
Yeah, that's fair.
they've built a stack of proof that they can pay anyone off.
And then all of a sudden, you just do that one thing that's like, you shouldn't do it.
All culture changes.
Yeah. And you get away with it, and then all of a
Yeah.
sudden it's just
Because
That's
like
it.
now it's like the culture's changed. So if there's one thread to be pulled, it's like because at the time, the media was run by the people with the money. So to make more money, you keep the people with the money happy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now, the media doesn't do shit. Clicks run the world. So if I can get something on someone, I get money from the click. So it's inverted that whole relationship.
Yeah.
yeah. And let's be real, like this has been happening for fucking centuries.
Yeah.
Literally.
It's just that everyone has like we're so connected now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, then it's literally
Yeah.
inverted the power.
yeah.
Yeah. Again, not saying it's acceptable, but
Yeah.
it's
crazy.
Go back
It's-
to fucking Henry VIII. Again, not using respect to the
All of
man.
them. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, like he's probably having fucking mad orgies with whatever.
Whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like anything at the time, So
Yeah.
Crazy.
amongst command as well, not
Oh my God.
free will.
We're like
Yeah,
12 minutes in and we're talking about orgies. Love
Yeah.
this. Welcome.
Yeah,
Welcome to Beyond the Gym Floor.
yeah, went way beyond.
Great segue. So
Went way beyond the gym floor for that.
I was gonna do cheers, but we should have had coffees for this one.
Yeah,
UStrong.
yeah.
Profitable week.
Well done. Congratulations. Yeah, Power Rangers.
Well, I think it's like 18 weeks
Fantastic.
since open. What date did we open? Do you remember?
Trauma blocked.
Yeah,
Trauma
I think it was end of July, wasn't it? Because
Yeah,
I got
we were
back
setting.
from I got back from Philippines.
Shipping container came in June.
Yeah, I got back from the Philippines, and then we went to we did the open day like a week after.
Open day was the 27th of July, so the first week of August.
Hey Siri,
August.
how many weeks since the 27th of July?
That was a Saturday though. We weren't open.
19 weeks.
Yeah, so it was 18 weeks. 'Cause
18
that
weeks,
week,
yeah.
that week was us.
Yeah, it was 19 weeks and
Yeah,
6 days. So 19 weeks.
Us.
Yeah, profit. Well done.
Yeah.
Thanks.
How you feel?
We finally have all of the equipment for the gym.
And we got equipment.
as of yesterday.
This is probably
So before we go equipment, how do you feel about that?
It's real. Like it's real now. Like it's yeah, that makes me feel really proud.
You should be.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
Got her. She made me cry on the fit episode, guys. Got her
I'm not
back.
crying yet. But
You're
no,
crying.
That makes I've just had a very like within the walls of UStrong, morale is just so high at the moment, like between like the coaches, Jess squared, and then like all of the members, the connections, their connections with us, with each other. Like, God, sometimes I just wish you guys could be a fly on the wall just to see how it is. And like, you know, that makes my heart happy. And obviously that just reflects, just got a cold shiver. Yeah, and like now the fact that that's reflecting in the profits as well, and the
Feedback's been phenomenal.
Yeah, look, so in terms of like you wish we could be there, I have obviously watched the social media, but also I get, for whatever reason, I don't get them from Fit, I don't get them from Learn, but I get the DM notifications from UStrong. I don't fucking know why.
Oh, we get so many story replies from
So I
the
get
gals.
so much like gas up shit coming through my phone. I'm
Yeah.
like, what? It's UStrong. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, the vibe even just in that is like,
That's amazing.
it's killing it out there.
Yeah. And that's what we wanted.
And like it just, you know, I'm having better conversations like on the phone when people come through, like doing these trials. Like I'm meeting so many people now. But you know, it's just like you need to water your own garden. So now that I know that what the members are what the leads are walking into, I'm like, no, I'm so fucking proud of this. Like I'm so proud
Confident to
of
sell it.
like, and
Yeah.
I'm not there for most of the week anymore. And it's just, it's unbelievable. And yeah, to have that reflected in profit, I'm like, something's going right.
Yeah.
From a business owner lens pulled out, emotion removed.
Yeah.
The proof of concept. Because I think one thing that most business owners run into is like scalability, right?
Yeah.
We were actually discussing this about a gym earlier. We're doing 17 out of its possible 28 classes on the timetable. So there's still exponential room for that.
Yeah.
We know that there's probably still room for a potential of, say, another 50 PT sessions a week.
Yep.
And that's, say, 3 trainers, so probably 60 online clients as well. So, like, the platform that's been built, the culture, the reputation, the quality, all of that's there, it's just like foundation laid.
Yeah.
Now.
And it's just so like coming into this, you know, we all had the idea of what this was going to look like. And it was like, this has worked really well in this place and this has worked really well here. And we could all kind of like Dragon Ball Z fusion and just put everything together. But like knowing that the style of the sessions works, big like sigh of relief. Knowing that the layout of the gym floor works, big sigh of relief. Like all of that stuff that only, you know, and we said by December we would know who our crowd was.
Yeah.
And it's December and I'm like fucking crying planning the Christmas party. And because it's just like, oh my God, these are our people.
Yeah.
Like we put an idea of a person out there and what we got back was just so much more incredible than I could have ever imagined. And then, and then taking like the emotion out of that, obviously, like I had never done this before from the beginning. Jess had never worked in a gym like this before.
Yeah.
So you put 2 people learning their roles. I'd only been doing this for a
No
couple.
one has.
Right?
None of us
We
have.
haven't run a gym for.
And
Yeah.
like all of us have come in. So you guys put the work in the months leading up to it. When I say mostly, like
Of course.
obviously there is
Of
lots
course.
of work still being done. Then it was like, you know, you start a new job, you give yourself 3 months to settle in. Cool, I did that, and then now we're in profit. It's like, what?
Yeah.
And like Jess is just getting into that couple of months of settling in, and she's fucking signed on more online clients in the last 2 weeks than what she started with.
Yeah.
Like, it's like just watching that like tick over, and it's like, I trust myself now.
Yeah.
I trust this model will work. Done. I trust the guys we work with for marketing.
Yeah.
I trust this. Ben trusts me to finally track my data properly and not have to just like all of that stuff. It's like, it's all coming together. And I feel like the last 2 weeks has really, you know, we had that conversation when you were like, are you ready? And I was like, yeah, I'm so ready to step up into this with you guys and like change that mentality and like reward it. It seems like instant gratification, but it's been months in the making. But it's just so much like the wins.
Yeah.
It's just trusting that process has been fucking incredible. And I live on my goddamn phone. I swear to God, the amount of phone calls I make a day.
Yeah.
I live on that thing, but we made
Worth
it.
Yeah.
This is the beginning.
It's funny. So obviously, and a lot of the topics probably for the next couple of months are going to be off what Jason and I are studying in this course and all that kind of stuff and what we're learning and how we're applying it and stuff. Going into the program, it was funny, like the mentor dude was like explaining, most people come to the program because they have a lead issue. Then they get enough leads and they realize they have a sales issue. And then when they get enough sales, they realize they have a staff issue. And then when they systems issue, and then when they fix the systems, they realize they've got a staff issue. So that's kind of how the course rolls out. But before all of that, they kind of back everyone because of how expensive it is. You're in a position where the product's probably good. And you've just had to grind to get to where you're at. And now we're going to turn the dial up on it. That's where UStrong is in my head now.
Yeah.
So like when we go in there and we're like, no, Standout PT is as good a PT upskilling program that exists in the world. Our online coaching service is as good as exists in the world, in particular at the price point. Now we can go, this is as good as any other group gym in the world.
Yeah.
The product.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now it's like, how do we market it? How do we package it? And how do we sell it more effectively? Rather than like, at the start, we're kind of like, is the space going to work for 8 people? How do we do this programming? And are they going to buy in? Are they going to go to another gym? And who's going to come? And who's the avatar? And what do we stand for? And
we haven't had that conversation in so long.
Now it's just like, this is what it is.
Yeah.
And it's fucking good. And we're getting tangible results in the gym. The vibe's high. Retention's great. Like class attendance is awesome. It's like, okay, the price is good. Which is really exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's really cool.
Fuck. Anyway.
Moving on.
So, Jace, I guess you're less involved day to day, week to week.
Yeah, I don't even know what's happening. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, because the next topic is going to be the challenge that we're running that you don't know about yet.
I give Jason unsolicited
My whole
advice.
job, my whole role is fucking surprises.
Yeah.
Just like, hey man, this needs to be done.
Can you build this? Thanks.
Hey man, hey, this is happening. Can you do this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hi Jason, I need this.
Yeah,
Thank you.
basically. Yeah, just everybody's bitch by the sound of it.
So, we had the conversation. Steph's kind of said to you, like, and we did it at the room as well, like, everyone fucking stop for 2 minutes. We've wanted to own a brick and mortar business, a gym, for a really long time. Stop. Make sure you actually think about that
Soak
for
it
a
up,
minute.
man. It's yours, yeah.
How do you feel less hands-on day to day, but built particularly the front end of it, knowing that there's probably build shit to come? How do you feel about knowing that needle's now ticked?
Very, very rewarding. Like, I put together how it works. So if it didn't work, I was kind of just waiting for like, hey man, this is broken.
Yeah.
You need to fix it.
Yeah.
So I was waiting for that the whole time. From when we set everything up, this member's not getting this, or they've asked about this, they needed this, or this doesn't work inside the app or whatever, and it just never came.
Yep.
But I think how many times have I done this now? To,
the rollout.
Built a business and built how it's supposed to work. So that was kind of cool. But then even then, there was still like apprehensions of, because this is like a new model for us. Like this for me, it's like it's a whole market that like no one's serving.
Yeah.
And so there's always like
boutique, small group strength training.
Yeah. So so yeah, there was always like a little bit of apprehension on like, it's cool not going into a market that's competitive because that's stupid unless you have a really big budget.
Yep.
But-
We'll talk about that. We made a tough call on this week.
correct. And then, but there's like, so that gives you confidence. But then there's also like, why is there a hole here?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, why is it?
Is it because nobody wants it?
Correct.
You know, which
Yeah.
like we're so good at what we do. Like that,
Yeah.
it was just a messaging thing, but
We've-
it's still
We've trained enough of those people in health clubs
yeah.
to know that
Yeah.
if we can get them through the door.
But there's still that. It doesn't
Of
matter.
course.
There's
Yeah.
still that
100%.
voice.
You had to
Yeah.
you had to trust me
Yeah.
to carry that I could give people a personalized service
yeah.
that was small group but personalized with it. Yeah, like it's
So even just trying to work, you know, and I was
Yeah.
mapping out all of these scenarios of what ifs and
Yeah.
you know whatever, and then like really good experience and advice that we got from Max. So shout out to Max.
Yeah. Max
kinda
from the Performance Hub.
Yeah,
Fucking goat, man.
lean on his wisdom a lot and support and go back and forth between our brand and theirs. And then he was just like, there's always gonna be what ifs. And then once he said that, he's like, and you can change whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah.
And I was like, it was
Total
just
freedom.
liberating because then I was like, all right, well, let's just go in on it.
Yeah.
this isn't
This is-
this might not be the final product, and if
Yeah.
it's not, then we'll adjust it as we go.
How many times have we changed the face-to-face PT model and the online PT model and
Yeah.
like all of that shit? Change all the time.
So then,
Evolves.
yeah, just pulling the trigger on, it was just like, all right, we're just going to back ourselves and go for this product
yeah.
and service. And yeah, it's been cool, man.
Yeah.
It's been great. And it's like, I for me, watching the evolution of the culture happen
Yeah.
from stepping it back has been the most rewarding thing. Like, you know, you see you enjoying yourself and Jess and the members and the feedback. Like for someone to sit there and say like, hey, we just moved to this suburb, like this is the best gym there.
Yeah.
And we've been open for 4 months, bro.
Yeah. It's sick.
Like that gave me
So cool.
goosebumps, man.
Yeah.
You know, because that's the standard that we always want to live by when it comes to everything that we do. But
Yeah.
when it comes to the training and the ability to help people, I'm like, for people to say that is just so fucking rewarding, man.
Yeah. It's really
And
cool.
just to come from someone so distant. It's not like it's a friend gassing you
Nah,
up.
no.
It's like, hey, your gym came up in conversation.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. It's not your mate.
No,
Yeah.
it's like
Go to this gym because I'm trying to support them. Like
your
someone
ex's,
like
your
happy
ex's
with the
mate's
product.
partner being
Yeah.
just so fucking shocked to hear your gym come up.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
cool.
it's
So
amazing.
guys, they're making waves in seafood.
Yeah.
That screenshot will live rent free in all of our heads forever.
Yeah.
Oh, it's never gonna leave me.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, it's cool. But it's been a really cool year on the gym front. So shout out to Pick It Up Fitness as well, who have their most successful quarter since we started with them.
Amazing.
So we had a huge turnaround early. We closed the gym, opened another one, restructured their entire business, made the service phenomenal. But the lead gen just hasn't quite been there. And shout out to the owners, put their balls on the line, paid marketing with an agency, same one we use for UStrong, and we're just like, this has got to be done. Took the advice on and have already, I think, 2x'd
Yeah,
their marketing budget.
amazing.
And it's just linear up. And it's fucking December, man.
Amazing.
Yeah,
Like-
and we again got some really interesting information just on like the whole market and and the economy as a whole. Like it was like 33% of all businesses have closed in the last 3 years.
Wow.
Yeah, in Australia. So it's not like it's so if you think like if you think things
That's
yeah. So imagine like you're sitting here maybe just chipping or even just staying where you are, right?
And we've opened
Everyone
the
else
whole
is sliding.
And 3 out of 10 businesses are closing.
Have a think about how many F45s, BFTs
Yeah.
that you've seen close.
So
That
so
just makes me feel even more proud of our wins this
Yeah,
week.
so
to
we're in,
even- to
we're in
even-
this call, and they've done it a couple of times, and they're like, "Oh, we're really expecting with obviously the results in America that will flow over to Australia. We're going to have probably about 12 months of just like
yeah, good growth.
super prosperity, blah blah blah. So like you guys that have been hanging in there, congratulations." I just put in the chat. I was like, "I just thought we were shit." Like,
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
doing
Put
shit.
this all this
Then he
effort.
goes, I just thought we're doing shit, and then he's like, everyone's doing shit.
yes,
That's
it's
so
like
good.
That's
Yeah.
huge. And then we got a message, shout out to Michael at Southeast Fitness Solutions. So we worked together for maybe 6 to 8 months before we went into UStrong. The relationship didn't quite work out long term, but we put a lot of systems and stuff in place for them as well. And we just got a message that they've been able to renew their lease, which
Amazing.
when we spoke to them this time last year was very, very unlikely to happen. So
Yeah,
congratulations to them.
Yeah,
Again,
good job, man.
They're in a suburb where F45 closed. 2 of them, I think.
Literally.
Another group gym closed around the corner, and he's just found a way to get ahead enough that, like, committing to. It's a pretty big overhead out there too. So to commit to being able to re-sign that, like, props, man. They've taken the marketing strategy and applied it and getting results. It's fucking cool.
He found who he was.
Yeah.
And that was his big thing. It was his identity and not trying to fit a square into a circle and actually making his gym somewhere that he looks forward to going to. And as a result, like, that just absolutely echoed through to every area. His staff, everyone's so invested now, which is, that was a really, really, really cool message to see.
So if you guys have made some growth in the last 1 to 3 years, you know, or if you're a bit frustrated that things have stagnated a little bit, like, obviously still ownership, like, you can still get things done. But in saying that, if you've made some growth, absolutely, because it's hard to kind of get through a rough economic cycle.
Imagine if you started PT in, like, late 2019.
Yeah. Well,
if you're still here now, man, fuck.
Yeah.
Power to you.
Yeah, they're out there, but...
Yeah. So I feel like it's worth noting what we said no to this week.
Absolutely.
Because I think it's important
to think about, though.
Yeah. So
I'd love to know.
Not every opportunity you're going to spin out.
Yeah, absolutely. You're not going to believe this.
We're not going to name it, but the gym that we always wanted to buy.
The gym that I've always wanted.
Yeah.
We said no to
We literally had financials, documents, what's your offer,
profitability,
ready to go.
Income streams, absolutely everything.
Yeah. So we did it. Like, okay, what's the situation?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, and this is where it's important, right? So this would be 100% a passion project for us.
Yeah.
It's a place we know and love. It's a place that we know there's so much potential in that we could make.
Yeah.
Apply everything that
really
we've
make it
applied
our
everywhere
own.
else.
We could really make it what we want.
And make it really special. Would be a huge passion project, but as Jace framed it in the best way possible, essentially taking on the deal out of emotion of what would be amazing would be entering a straight war with a successful competitor that's going to open in the next 3 to 6 months, I believe, that we're just going to go head-to-head price war.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the best example you can draw of this for anyone is, remember when Masters opened? Do you know what Masters is?
And they popped up everywhere.
Yeah.
Took on Bunnings.
It's a hardware store for those out there that don't know.
So Masters popped up as like a Temu version of Bunnings.
Yeah.
And then Bunnings were like, all right, so to destroy them, they'll price match and beat them by 10%. So they annihilated them and ran them into the ground. And then what they did is bought their stock off them for like, 30 cents in the dollar or some shit. Yeah. So they also, so the money that they lost on the front, they gained on the other side by buying their stock off them.
Yeah, and then
took over their buildings.
And then a whole bunch of buildings went from blue to green real quick.
Yeah, and then like Coca-Cola with like Richard Branson like opened that Virgin Cola, and then they were just like, nah, bro. Like we'll sell, like if you stock the fridges with that Coke, you can't have ours. And they just ran them out. So
Love
that was the mindset. It's like not only
it's dating myself a little bit. 2011. Working at Phoenix Health Clubs, Point Cook, a recreation opened.
Yep.
We dropped our membership by $7 a week.
Yeah.
I sold 350 memberships in 4 months.
Yeah.
So everyone came in and I was like, this is the price. Are we going to go look at recreation? I'm like, see you in an hour. And they were like, what? I'm like, yeah, see you in an hour. We did 300. I did myself.
Yeah.
That's $350,000 minimum DDR in 4 months.
Yeah.
Well,
Because you just went, nah. So basically we were going to walk into a gym that we were going to have to probably spend 150 to 200 on to make it what we wanted it to be.
Yeah.
Then we're going to go head to head with a brand new facility, heavily backed with other successful businesses already running. So they're going to have big capital and they're in to be fair, better location. In terms of demographics,
absolutely,
better reputation.
The other thing was the cash flow.
Yeah.
So we obviously got access to where all of the cash flow and where it's going and coming from, and there was a lot of revenue coming from unsecured, pathways, I guess. And we were like, that's not like a significant amount. So we were like, that's a bit risky.
Yeah, because essentially a place like that, you're buying the direct debit list.
Yeah, because the valuation's based on like
Yeah.
assets, but there's not many, and then obviously you want secure cash flow.
Even just looking at the gym that I trained at when that franchise opened up around the corner, that other gym has the cheapest memberships, which obviously would be the same one moving into the area of this one.
Yeah.
And the manager of the gym that I train at is like, they have just been absolutely scraping the bottom of the barrel, and they have like a world-class facility. Like you guys have been there, and they cannot compete to the point where it's scary.
Yeah, it's not like conceding that, it's not like throwing in the towel because you don't have what it takes, and all of this stuff. Like, you've got to, like, we just sat back yesterday or the day before, and we're like, okay, so like for like, how can we differentiate ourselves?
Yeah.
And it's like, there's not that much.
You can't.
It's a big place.
Not in that instance.
A huge square foot meterage facility. So that means
the overheads are big.
Yeah. So you're competing. Yeah. It's like, the rent alone was astronomical. So then you're competing on, you have to bring high volumes of people in because the place is huge, right? They also have a big facility. So then it's like, well, they're going to have brand new equipment. They're going to have like a really aesthetic place. We need to put that in. And then it's like, okay, so now we've got to compete on price. Yeah. And it's like, we've already did the math on like how many members we had, and the memberships, like, they're already competing on price. So then all of a sudden we have nothing. And then half the income's coming from
50%
casual
of
visits.
the revenue's casual.
So they're going to go to the
other gym.
They're going to go check out the other gym for the casual visits. So then we're like, well, there goes even half of the 50% of the revenue. So we were like, this is just not.
You guys.
And then the last point on that is also, and this is the one that if you're a sole trader working at a health club right now and you're like, I don't give a fuck about your $1 million gym that you didn't buy. The point is not making an emotional decision and not, because here's the wild thing, right? I recently spoke to someone I haven't spoken to in a long time who understands business very well, but has cannot get his head around what we do. But is an incredible business person, but just doesn't. He's just like, what do you fucking mean? Like, do you Zoom call people? I don't get it. And he's like, oh, what's been going on? I'm like, oh, good. Our new gym's just hit profit. Blah, blah, blah. He's like, oh, mate, congratulations. That's fucking amazing. Because it's brick and mortar. I know what that is.
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny. Every family we go to now before the gym opened never asks about work. Or how's
the gym?
How's work? Good. That's it.
Yeah.
So how's the gym going,
Yeah.
Jason?
I'm the same. Yeah. Friends, family, everything. So this was a big opportunity for us to, it wouldn't have been UStrong. It would have been, this is STC.
Yeah.
This is the home. This is the Mecca, whatever. So to chase that emotionally was very tempting. And we could have made it work, and we probably could have done enough to build enough to at least survive and be trapped in jobs for the next 10 years.
Yeah, and that's it as well. Like, it wasn't a reflection of our lifestyle that, like, you laid it down the track.
Yeah, you step back and go, this is what's projected for us in the next 12 months in an online, no overhead business. This number, how much do we lose time, energy, resources, people, money pursuing this? And what's the potential upside? Well, the upside's actually less than that.
What liabilities do we have on the others? And
correct, the risk.
Man, liabilities go through the roof when you go brick and mortar.
So what we see is health club PTs will go, I'm going to go chase this thing because social status, impressiveness, emotion, I've always wanted to work here, do that, be a full-time online coach, live in Bali, whatever it is. And that if I live in Bali, everyone's going to think I'm fucking mad, dog. It's like, you got 20 clients, dude. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. So
Literally.
the important thing to remember is to put that all away and just be logical for a minute and actually weigh up financially, resource-wise, long-term goal-wise, is it actually going to be the right move?
Yeah. And is it the right kind of stepping stone to your long term?
I feel like, given what STC and UStrong, STC is doing right now.
STC Group. I like
doing
calling
right.
it that. We don't have anything registered under that, but I like
It's probably
calling it
already
that.
got one, and we're just
Fuck them.
representing another company that
Yeah.
sells medicine or something.
Send me a letter. I'll stop saying it.
Some
Give it-
pharmacology company that kills people.
STCs are points that you get with solar renewable energy.
Yeah,
Like
so there you go.
you get STCs when you get rebates.
Oh,
More
nice.
Anyway.
energy.
Yeah. Again.
Features in 2 podcasts. But I think that it would be so stunting on the growth of STC Group as a whole to pursue this. So I guess like you guys have obviously mentioned it, but this was like the dream. Particularly when I look at it, I'm like, Jason has been talking about this since the beginning of time.
Yeah.
So to be able to say no to that, fucking, you're not wrong that I'd be
Gotta
shocked.
have
Like, but
good head on your
Yeah.
shoulders.
And also, we don't talk about it that much, but like we were 2 weeks away from signing a deal in 2019.
yeah.
We would have been across the road from the competitor that's coming. And we would have been
And then we nearly
5
signed one
years
again.
established. Yeah.
Nearly signed one again in like an adjacent suburb. And I remember I was like, boys, I feel like we should just cool our jets for a bit. And literally like 2
3
days.
days.
2 days later, the
3
whole
days.
lockdown, everything.
Again,
Wow.
when we had that gap, we were like,
Yeah.
we're out. No, you're
Yeah.
not.
Yeah, I've always been really good at risk to reward. Like I always look at like the upside, the liability, and then I'm always able to go like irrespective of my emotion. And I've wanted a gym since I was like a fucking kid, man. Like
Yeah.
since I first walked into one.
Yeah.
So to sit there and just still not get emotional about it and go, what's the best decision to make? And like, Dean said it to me. He's like, if the answer is when it goes wrong, I'm fucked, don't do it.
Love that.
And
Yeah.
that was going to be that for us at that time. So I was just like, this is not an option for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then, buying the job for this new one, I was
Oh.
like, we're not buying jobs.
You guys could
Even
not.
when we had the conversation, it was like, because we had the financials in front of us and we were so excited, we started pulling them apart. It was like, this match, this. And then we were just like, wait, stop this entire conversation.
Do we even want it?
Do we actually want this responsibility, time, commitment, emotional load, etc.? Is this actually what we
Yeah,
want to do?
for the profit that they was making currently and then the potential upside, we're just like, nah, they can get this elsewhere, man.
Yeah.
Also, like, you guys would not be able to have the brain capacity, the time, the energy, and run STC Learn on top of STC Fit and everything you do behind the scenes if you had to put in, say, the hours that I do at UStrong. Like,
Yeah,
physical, like,
And that's what we
physically
weighed
having...
up.
Yeah, like, physically having to be there. Like, I don't have the... I had responsibilities taken away so that I could do this. All right, you two fuckers are doing that. Who's doing what?
Cut us enough.
Literally, who's doing what
yeah,
now? Like,
yeah.
it's just not physically
Yeah.
possible. Like,
Yeah.
if I've had to lean on you guys so much, who the fuck are you leaning on?
Yeah. Each other.
Yeah. Help.
In
Each
the
other-
corner.
Each other, and then just me in the fetal position when my wife comes home.
Yeah.
Like, oh, bad day, love. Yeah.
Yep.
just- I'll be right in a minute.
17 years. 17 years in a row.
Just gripping the
Just
steering
got to
wheel.
go train legs. I'll be fine.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
bringing it back to a trainer in a gym,
Yes.
even just like you're not maybe purchasing a business or whatever, but you still should make the assessment of how you can differentiate yourself from your peers.
Yeah.
Yeah, because again, it's like we were, it was UStrong going to work, like, but we designed it all around a hole in the market that we knew people wanted and needed.
And
more
we were
than-
good at.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So, because like I know what it's like to go into the gym and you see someone doing well, and you're like, well, I'm just going to do what they're doing. And it's like all of a sudden, like there's just someone who's already got a better reputation and does it better than you.
Yeah.
And yes, everyone's working with like weight loss and general health and strength and performance and whatever, but you've just got to find a way of like how you can identify yourself that connects with like the people that are going to resonate with you.
Yeah.
And how you can differentiate yourself from that trainer that maybe is doing really well, that does the things that maybe you like to do. But it's like rather than just copying people, because that's the decision of why we didn't purchase the business, is it was going to go into the war zone, which was multiple businesses competing for people's
The same
attention.
people. Yeah.
And you got to think in a health club, if your war zone is the circuit workouts and the whiteboard, for example, that 4 other trainers already do. It is the boxing into the box fit weekend boot camps into whatever.
Yeah.
It's like
The marketing that's the poster on the toilet and the QR code.
absolutely. Like you can think you can deliver an outcome that's the same as the people that they work with,
Yeah.
But you've got to communicate it in a different way and run it the way you want it to,
Yeah.
because the message is going to be so genuine. The identity is going to be there, and the people are going to like you because you're confident in speaking and projecting it.
So how we got out of the war zone was a huge priority on results.
Yeah.
Workshops to set ourselves as experts and the most knowledgeable in the place. And then professionalism.
Yeah.
Everything we did was deliberate.
Yeah, and
systemized.
like programming. Like everyone in the gym
You
started.
run businesses.
Everyone in the gym
like-
started giving their clients programs because we gave our clients programs.
Yeah. So you just got to find what yours is. Ours was be the best and show it.
Yeah.
And that was how we got out of the war zone and why we had 5 trainers all doing 35 plus. Yeah. So what's yours?
Yeah. That's it. I don't know what the opposite to the war zone is, but you need to be there.
Yeah. The sweet spot.
Yeah. It's just like a solo mission instead. You're like a covert sniper.
Yeah.
A secret.
It's fucking
And a secret mission.
Living
I've been
Man
watching
plays
like
first-person shooter games.
I've been watching way too much Joe Rogan, and I've been watching like these Delta Force, soldiers and stuff, and like just the stories, man. I'm like, these guys are nuts. I mean, we need them, but yeah. Anyway,
they're terrifying.
yeah, it's just crazy the way they talk about slaying people out.
So I want to go in and talk about challenges in 23 minutes and cover the UStrong challenge and then insight how I'm applying that to online coaching and then maybe how you could do that with face-to-face coaching and then how we're actually tying in what I'm doing is a little bit of a test of what we might be able to do with fit on a larger scale. So UStrong challenge, we sat down and went, what are the problems we have in the gym this time of year? Suspensions, cancellations, attendance, results. How do we solve those things inside the gym? Then from outside the gym, what problems do we have? No one wants to join the gym. So it's like, fuck. How do we do something that gets people that it's motivating enough to get them through the door?
And so from where I was sitting, like, it's probably been my proudest forethought moment I've ever had since opening the gym.
Yeah.
But I was like, cool, it doesn't sit right with me to do a weight loss challenge at this gym. Doesn't sit right with me to lose X amount of weight in X amount of time and whatever it is. Will it be great for external marketing? Probably. Will it attract a whole bunch of people that don't align with the message of UStrong and make sessions absolutely unbearable? Also probably. So I think like we put our brains together and it was like, cool, let's do a short and sharp 28-day accountability challenge where you use a point system to keep people in for the entire 28 days and reward them for their levels of efforts.
Did we roll this out?
I've done it with other coaches.
With other coaches,
I think we put them all together 12 months ago or something for that.
Yeah, I've done it for a few.
Yeah.
I did it for a few standout guys.
It's a great idea.
Before.
It's such a good idea.
Yeah.
Like, cool, in terms of results, cool, you get a high level of reward if you're doing your before and after photos.
Yeah.
You were like, cool, we're working with mums. I want to suspend. Great. Let's give them a free upgrade to online coaching as well. So something that's not, as a gym that's just gone into profit and, as a PT or as a coach, something that's not going to put you out of pocket. It costs us a little bit more time in terms of doing a weekly check-in. But we're absolutely ready to take that on because we'll try upsell that as an ongoing service afterwards.
Which is a service we already have. So the top tier is you go 3 times a week and you get a weekly check-in. So you get custom like nutrition, feedback, data, assessment, all that kind of stuff. So
we're giving everyone a taste of it.
Yeah.
So everyone gets a taste of it.
Yeah.
Cool, you can't come into the gym. You know what? You're getting home workouts. So we thought we'd cover all bases in that sense.
Momentum is everything.
Yeah.
So from inside the gym, and I Jess's face when we put up $500 for the prize. And Jess is like, so what are we charging for it? I was like, nothing.
Yeah.
She's like, but the members they won't buy. Like, how? Like, we'll have a think about it. The average membership's $80 a week. So if someone suspends for 4 weeks, that's $300.
Yeah.
2 people suspend for the month versus $500. We're ahead.
Agreed.
Then go.
And who else are you bringing in?
You get 10 points if you refer a friend.
Yeah.
Then you get a point every time you post on social media and tag us.
Yeah.
Then you get a before and after. Then you get a weekly check-in submitted. Then you get. So it's like we just paid $500 to have our entire member base market for us.
Agreed.
Swish.
Yeah. That's way cheaper.
I think one thing that really shifted my brain around it that I know coaches can easily apply to their business, which obviously Ben worded me up. So, you know, our programming, every single person does programming so that we do strength testing at the end of a block. It's just the way the gym works. It's the way we roll.
It's called UStrong.
You are strong. You're damn right. And so everyone does it. Not everyone does the exact same testing. Some do 1 RM, some do 3 to 5 RM, you know, but that's how we...
Progression testing, we'll call it.
Correct.
Yeah.
And the next phase, so we finished testing this week. That's our Christmas party. That was the plan from when we opened the doors. That's what I wanted, a deadlift party for our Christmas party.
Oh, yeah. You
The
pull?
next phase
Did get
of...
invited. Wasn't invited for the 1 RM. No, I'm kidding. Calm down.
Oh.
Jesus.
I don't want you there. Well, that's what the face is. You're there to cook the barbecue. Blue jobs.
Yeah.
And it's like, cool. The actual next phase of programming is the accountability challenge. So you don't get a say, like you're not paying to come into it, but every member by default is doing this challenge. You're accumulating points, whether you want to or not. So you might as well do it for that golden prize at the end.
Yep.
And the morale in the gym of Jess and I, like, hyping it up. We've soft launched it. We're like, so we're going to be doing a challenge. Everyone's like, I'm listening. And we're like, there's a prize and it's cash. I'm listening. Now everyone's like, what is, and today, Friday, it gets released
I wonder,
to the whole gym.
I wonder if you can compound the points to lead into something else later in the year.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, like, you know what I mean? Because if you do like a Christmas party, like say next year, it's like everyone gets a
Who
prize.
got the most points for
Yeah,
you?
who did the most workouts? Who,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, I think-
just
It's
think
probably
about it.
something you turn on and off, but you can accumulate.
Like,
Definitely
you know what I
for
mean?
your-
Yeah, just for a period that then you're giving them something to work towards along with their goals at the same time. Because people love competition, man.
And
Let's be real, yeah.
And the point system's so great. And this was like on our marketing call as well. Because how many times have you done a challenge where people are like balls to the wall for 7 to 10 days and then they die off and then you don't hear from them?
Yeah.
At least if they have a bad day or a bad week, there's still the opportunity to gain points,
Yeah.
to redeem yourself, so to say. Like, because it is a challenge. Like, you're supposed to be a little bit uncomfortable and push past what you usually do. And doing that in January is fucking hard.
Yeah, I've got a sneaky. So to cover this over for you guys, I'm gonna run a similar concept for myself as well, and I'm just gonna do free coaching.
Yeah.
A big group model. Check-ins aren't personalized. It's just like, here's your prompts. Put your check-in in the group. But the method's the same. It's points. It's $500 cash prize. So again, $500 and it's 28 days of free coaching. What the fuck? It's like, my Instagram's going to be more full than all you motherfuckers for the month of Jan.
Yeah.
Because all these people are going to do it, right? So that's the goal. I don't want to spend $500 on marketing, on ads, when I can have all the people I want to train tagging me on Instagram.
Agreed.
Going through my stories for the month of January going, look.
Let's be real.
look,
like a month's not enough time, so they're going to be hooked in the month.
Well, on retention on the back end, of course.
The goal is obviously on the other side
Yeah.
of that. It's like, 30 to 50% of them stay on at least.
Yeah, and it's the same model as UStrong in that my clients are just doing it.
Yeah, of course.
They don't know yet, but they're all going in the group chat. They're all going to get the loom of how the challenge works. They're all going to get it for free. They're all going to be encouraged to do it, and they're all eligible for the prize.
Yep.
Externally, they come in and they do the 28 days free. My clients get the premium service plus the benefits of doing the challenge.
Yep.
So it's a win-win for everyone.
Yeah.
For the UStrong on the other side, we chose not to go free because we want to have the ability to upsell straight away.
Yeah.
So for my challenge, you'll be able to upsell and still get your month for free, but get premium through the 28 days. Personalized check-ins, personalized program, personalized nutrition, one-on-one instead of just in the group. You get your 28 days for free, and then your contract starts after that.
Yeah.
We said 33%. Goal is to, on the back end, potentially that's higher by like 28 days, dude. Come on. Let's go. Let's do this for real.
Yeah. Instead of 2 centimeters, let's go. Yeah, 5 centimeters.
Correct. Yeah. I've gone, so Jess, it's funny. So Jess has just gone like, I don't want to do the weight, like this much weight in this, whatever. So I've gone with a waist loss challenge and committed to 2 centimeters per week. So we have spoken about it during the week. Like, we've had egos around challenges and around all sorts of shit for a long time because it's like, we don't want to be that brand. It's finding a way to do this, and we've spoken about this with your social media as well, finding a way to execute it with still, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, the quality is still there once you're in. Does that make sense? So it's like
using the language to connect with your prospects.
Yeah.
But you still deliver things the way you want to deliver them.
Yeah. So when you come in and it's like, if someone comes in with abs, I'm going to be like, the likelihood of us losing 2 centimeters, I'm not going to metric that for you. Like, what's enough? Like, what else do we have?
Well, what are you here for?
Yeah, correct. Let's metric your success off that, right?
A waist loss challenge.
Correct. So, but it's still not going to be everyone gets 1,200 calories and everyone gets 2 hours of cardio and everyone. It's like, you'll get a 25% deficit and you'll get a program and you'll get a nutrition plan that matches your macros and blah, 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 blah. And it's still going to be a high quality service that is in alignment with the values of how we coach people.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I think a lot of trainers pull away from shit like this because they're like, I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be that girl in terms of labeling themselves. And when I did the ad read for Fit, I said to Jason, like, there's a big ego moment for me to be like, guaranteed we're going to lose 2 centimeters, a 28-day challenge, blah, 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 blah. Give away $500 is a big thing that we've always pushed back on. To now execute it. Lesson is, we wish we'd have dropped that ego 10 years ago.
Yeah, and I think like with UStrong, it's about, I will absolutely be calling it the challenge. It's not going to be called accountability challenge whenever I talk about it. It's like the challenge, the challenge, the challenge. It's just solving the direct problem that our current members have. So it's like, cool, let's get more of you.
Yeah.
Let's get more of you, because any person that I've spoken to that's like, I just want to lose weight, they've not loved the kind of training because they're like, I'm not sweating as much as I thought I would. And I'm like, okay, here's the reformer Pilates place around the corner. So I think, and I love the idea of like, because it was like an identity thing for me where I've only just realized in the last 4 weeks, it's like, fine, talk about yourself more, but like not feel like you're that coach that only talks about themselves, because you've got the clients to back it up and you've got the systems and you get people strong and you've got the athletes and the blah, blah, blah. It's like how you are externally, as long as you're talking about things that are in alignment with your business, which are hopefully your own values and morals.
Yeah.
What you are on the outside is to hook them in.
Bro, I was trying to think of the word moral the entire time I was speaking.
Morals.
Thank you.
No worries.
I feel like it got dropped a couple of times.
Not from me.
Man is fucking struggling.
But
Hilarious.
it's like, cool. You don't have to feel like a sellout, because it's what service you're providing on the other side.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's what it is. And if people think you're a sellout, they're probably not going to fucking buy your shit anyway. Like, they're not going to be the ones purchasing your product.
The only people that think you're a sellout is the other people that are too scared to take it on, that are also probably struggling because they're not meeting the market where it's at.
Well, they don't have the language to communicate with people.
Yeah.
That's we
Which
use
I'm not judging, because we do it for 15 years.
Absolutely. You got to speak in a way that's going to appeal to the people that you're going to work with, and most of they don't have high technical language levels in health and fitness, and they're sitting there like wanting to lose weight around their stomach, you know, shit like that. Like we just need to talk in a way where they're just like, I want that.
Yeah. I think like it's crazy to me now, like growing my business, talking about body image, but having a team of powerlifters. I talk about body image.
Yeah.
I have a team of national level lifters.
Yeah.
Tell me, like what?
It goes back to what we were saying in the fit one as well. It's like with the powerlifters, everyone wants to look better.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everyone wants to look better.
Yeah.
It's
So
so then, oh no, don't worry. I was going to just take a shot there.
That's not,
delete the last sentence.
Not 2 weeks in a row.
I was going to take a shot at the powerlifters.
So I mentioned at the start that this is a bit of a test, particularly my model, is a way to test STC doing online group coaching. So roll out, it's basically taking what we do at UStrong, which is group coaching, for turning that into an online model, taking out what we need to in terms of customization, because if we have a group model, we don't want to sit down and do individual check-ins for all of them, otherwise it's not a group model anymore. So how do you facilitate the outcomes? And then if you're taking the one-on-one check-in away, what are you replacing that adds value? So I'm going with just like a big group chat and check-in prompt. Everyone checks in the same spot. Hype up, huge support, all that kind of stuff. We spoke about having like some kind of group that we can pump that through. And you mentioned earlier about like people that do it for 7 days and then disappear.
Yep.
The strategy I thought of on the drive on the way here is like there'll be like double point days.
Nice.
So it's like, it's going to be quiet.
Yeah.
Double points today.
Yeah.
Or double points for a tag, or double points for a Google review, or double points for something specific that you want action for.
The most activity, yeah.
Something that worked really well in the preseason was planning workshops around when you thought people would lull and when you thought like, so yeah, you do goal setting at the start when everyone's hyped.
Yeah.
Second one was nutrition. Third one was sustainability. And because that was at the 6-week mark, everyone's like, I need this right now.
Yeah.
So it's like, all right, the pep, the kick up the ass, the big yap that was already planned.
Yeah.
And
Just
it's like
preempting
it. Yeah. That was,
So my goal is to be active in that group every day for the 28 days. Hype train. Look at me go. Me being people-y.
Please make sure, for the love of God, you use an emoji, not your passive-aggressive smiley face.
Yeah. I might just do voice messages. I'm a voice message girly now. It's happened. Too busy.
I hate that.
Every time. No, I want to stab you because you've been at.
I hate it.
I only
you
send
get fucking 40 of them a day. It's like you spend your whole life listening to people talk.
Yeah.
I only send voice messages to you on Slack because I know you can. Pardon me.
Yeah.
You can read the transcript and you don't have to listen, which is what I did with your one until I read that somewhere you said fuck boy. I was like, wait, I need to listen to this.
Slack's mad because of the transcript, but it's like if I get one on like WhatsApp and shit, I'm like,
let me learn.
Fuck my life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still get voice
Absolutely.
I'm gonna watch it on 2x.
I gave you a huge gas up last night. It's fine.
Yeah, it's still could have just read it.
Instagram lets you go up to 5
Probably
minutes
cook a
now. Instagram lets you do voice messages up to 5 minutes.
Yeah, shoot me in the face.
Yeah, it should be time limits.
Yeah,
It's 5 minutes.
Anyway.
Sorry. Excited about VMs. It took you long enough.
One thing that we've always struggled with, and like PTs tend to have too many offers.
Yeah.
And we've talked about like our app and the gap between the person that buys the app and the person that buys coaching being pretty large.
Yep.
The price point being really large as well. And not having a secondary offer that's like close to coaching that would promote people into coaching, because the app didn't really seem to do that the way we wanted it to. So this is a potential to go like group that feeds up into the one-on-one kind of thing. So this will be a cool test for that. And learning over that 28 days, like what was good about it, what was not good about it, how could we market it better?
Are you going to do emails? Are you going to do emails?
Well, I sent you a Loom and you haven't given me permission, so I'm not sure yet. To people that are in
within all of the
That's
fucking
fine.
voice within all of the
voice
messages.
I didn't need to hear you anymore.
They got lost in a sea
when you
of
say
voice
emails,
messages.
do you mean like weekly emails to the entrance?
Yeah.
Or like yeah, I will.
Yeah, I mean,
A bit long formy compared to the daily stuff. Like it'd be nice to give like.
I'm torn between sending out the emails or just doing like a Loom a week.
Yeah.
Because friction for me to write and distribute the email versus jumping in the morning, have coffee, do my
especially
steps.
you have to create a separate list. Just not that.
Yeah.
Someone will have to create a separate list.
Yeah. Whereas if I just have my
Hi.
group, it's just like, here's what I would put in an email in a Loom. It's me. It probably feels more personal.
Like a weekly
anyway.
training. You know, it's like every you just got a topic and you just like can pre-record it and then just drop it in.
Yeah. Hopefully it'll actually come off the back of the check-ins.
Weekly value add, I guess, is probably what more I was going with.
So
You know?
it's like everyone does their check-in and everyone's struggling with X, Y, Z. Like, what was your biggest obstacle for the week? And there's a trend. It's like, that's the Loom video.
You know, how do you guys feel about dropping that question into the check-in?
Which one?
Like, just what's one question that you would like to ask that helps you progress towards your goals?
Do we have that?
No,
we have any questions.
No, it's a support question. So I want a question that just helps increase their knowledge. So I was going to say, I was going to put it in there and be like, what's one question that you would like to ask that improves your skills, knowledge?
Yeah.
Or
replace that question with that because we have. Do you have?
Because then we have 5. We're getting 5 coaches with 15 to 30 a week, bro. That's
market research is huge.
Yeah, and how many Q&A things is that? How many emails can you get out of that? How many posts can we get out of that? Like that literally
That's great.
could make
I love that.
that literally could make all your
Write that
content.
down.
Yeah, I already had I've been thinking
Yeah.
about it over
Well-
the last week.
Tick for that strategy
Well,
for
because
sure.
our last question is like, is there like
It's
last
just last-
opportunity?
it's
Is there
last
anything
chance.
else I
Yeah.
can like? Yeah,
Just change the question.
I love that. Good job. I
Fit-
already know Mel Newton's gonna love that when she listens to this. Mel's gonna be like, I am flogging you with questions.
Hey, one question a week.
So, testing the group model.
Yep.
Talking about prime versus secondary offers.
Mm.
Going into 2025 for fit, because we'll talk about that another time.
Mm.
We might do like a yearly plan next episode.
Just throw me under the bus first.
What
Fuck
have
that
What have you laid out so far that'll be different to this year, and why?
What have I laid out? Lots. So are you talking just specifically to the offer itself or
Just
everything?
across the business, what are we doing differently?
Very clear and direct messaging, and targeted strategies and the ability or just like more exposure to our audiences.
Yeah. So I believe Fit and Learn are the same. So we're 19 pieces of content per week.
Yeah, so it's like the marketing strategy is there, but what I think is like I feel like we were just good at that already. We've just turned the volume up on that, and it made it slightly more targeted.
Yeah.
The thing that you're going to see the biggest shift in is language and like specificity.
Yeah.
It's like very key on the language, very key towards like a specific, even more specific, specific outcome, specific time frames, and then just more of us like in more places. That's not just Instagram.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's probably the biggest overarching thing. It's like,
So
it's been a messaging issue,
yeah.
and then it's been like you don't pop up enough.
Yeah. So it's
Issue.
a big shift, in my opinion, a big shift in terms of content. So we've always lent on 2 podcast clips, 1 behind the scenes training kind of info kind of vibe. So we've gone from 3 to, well, and then you have the podcast episodes 4. Those are all shared. So 6, 7 plus a couple of clips is 8, 9. So 9 pieces of content total across YouTube, Shorts, and Instagram. That's going to go to 19.
Yeah.
So 2 posts a day, Monday to Thursday, 1 per day over the weekend.
It's 2 out on a Sunday. So
2 out on a Sunday.
Yeah.
We've got 4 collabs from the 4 coaches, results based.
Yep.
Then we've got our kind of what we call our campaign content, which is like either problem solution or client had problem, this is how we solved it story.
Yeah.
We're going to kind of change how we deliver or how we answer questions on the pod to make them more direct. So the messaging's clearer.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So that's just in content creation. Then we've obviously had a full year of like more the guide kind of approach to the lead magnets.
Yeah.
Is that changing, staying the same?
We still go like one. Sometimes the offer will be a lead, like the lead generator will be a magnet. But I think we need to, I think we need to do more on everything outside of the magnet.
Yeah.
Like the magnet is not the
Yeah.
major reason that you are putting the magnet together.
Yes.
It's like it needs a very good, kind of messaging sequence before and after it to give people value. And we've used the magnet of like, oh, this magnet needs to be the best thing ever because when people read this magnet, they're going to get so much out of it. When realistically, it's like you need to create a really cool, attractive thing that has a great name. And then the people who aren't really, no one's going to open it because statistics show that. And then in the email sequence, you need to provide a wide variety of like messaging and value in that. And then on the other side of that, at some point, you're going to hit them with an offer that they can't refuse.
Yeah. Because they've seen enough headings that it sounds like them, basically.
Yeah.
Yep, that's it. It's
If
like
we're honest.
told enough
Yeah.
stories,
Yeah.
giving them short form content to take in, long form content for the ones that want to take it in, results, etc., testimonials, and then it's like, hey, this is what we do, this is what you want. If you downloaded a body transformation checklist, like you obviously want to transform your body.
Yeah.
It's like, do you have any questions? Boom, let's do this.
Yeah.
So overall, get more of our faces in more people's faces
It's just, it's like,
more frequently.
how do I describe it? So close, but we're just missing the sequence.
Yeah.
And now
It hasn't been specific enough.
now we're testing. Yeah, so now it's like double down on the messaging.
Yeah.
Like as in we're even getting told like next year is like micro niche shit. So it's not even like you're in a niche.
Yeah, it's not tradies, it's plumbers.
Yeah,
and it's not plumbers. It's
plumbers who
air conditioners.
Yeah, that's it. It's like we're talking like micro niche. So we're trying to double down so much on like a person, the outcomes, and what they can expect to get from us.
Yeah.
And then from that, everything else rolls out after it. It's like, right, this magnet is going to be communicated in a way that I know this person like searches on the internet.
Yeah.
You know, I know they think about it. I know they look at that, YouTube thumbnail or that caption on TikTok and click on it.
Yeah.
And then it's like from there, it's like, okay, so now that you've gotten said thing, these are all the sequences of messaging that are going to give you value to show we're really fucking good at what we do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Learn's kind of the same. So we've changed the tagline of Learn to earn 10K months and still be a fucking good coach. Like that'll be what Standout PT is now. So it's like, again, more specific. People that making $1,000 to $1,500 a week that are frustrated, that want to add $1,000 to $1,500 more. This is how to get there. Because you can grind your way to $1,000.
Yeah.
Or you can just buy our first $1,000 a week, which is our secondary offer.
Yeah.
So taking We Solve Problems for Personal Trainers to the person in the health club that's making between $1,500 and $1,500 a week, we can take you to $2,500 a week.
Yep.
In 6 months. And that's what we do. And we're exceptional at it.
Yep.
So yeah, I think the specificity around everything goes up.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the willingness to promise outcomes too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which puts more pressure on making the outcomes better.
So I'm sitting here and I'm like, powerlifters that want to look good, powerlifters that are scared to admit that they want to look good because they come from a history of either like disordered eating or and
so
it's like
just keep going,
and it's like
going,
just lean the fuck into
cool.
that.
Yeah. I feel like that's why it's worked.
Yeah. That's it. Yep, agreed.
That's so cool.
Yeah. And it's usually like it happens organically too.
Yeah.
It's like I just started to get people that were like, hey, I want to do the STC photo shoot and the lift off.
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden, like, that's my reputation is you look good and you're strong.
You already gave them the direction, but now it's like given like really, really, really.
Yeah. Well, I think as a solo or personal brand, like you can cultivate that message because if you are original and just lean into your passions and your values, like you'll be able to build that.
Yeah.
It's when it's a brand.
Yeah. So we're talking with like what you're unpacking. It's like that takes you to 10K months.
Yeah.
Like that understanding of who they are, and that's what I did in the gym. That's what you've done online. It's just like I've got 3 of these people. Now I've got 9 of them.
Yeah.
And the referral network's enough, and it works. And I keep my clients for fucking 18 months. So I've had 30 online clients for 5 years.
Yeah.
And now you zoom out to.
We want to go from 10K months to 100K months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or from what are we at?
80.
Like 30? No. Yeah, I think we're at 40 right now.
Yeah.
So we want to go from 40 to
at
100.
least to at least double in a bit.
Yeah.
So it's like, well, what's that step?
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's you can't run that just on
Correct.
Referrals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just being good.
And just showing up and, just the messaging and shit.
Love
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
So exciting at the moment, guys. I love that you guys are like really. It's like the people that sign up to Standout PT and don't like fully.
Do it.
Don't fully. Yeah. By the way, guys, anyone that's done Standout PT, we can see how many modules you've opened and when you open them. Just saying. By the way,
Don't scare them.
Scare them
Just come
into
to
doing.
fucking workshops.
Yeah.
Right. But it's like you guys have like gone in and you've been the student. So like it's so funny that I've became a better squat, bench and deadlifter and a better power lifter after stepping away from powerlifting but coaching it for so long. Because like being able to cue myself in it was so much easier. And I'm like, oh yeah, duh. So like when you're in it and it's like you guys have become better students by being teachers for so long.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and we've always been this.
Yes.
I've always
You just had to
loved
trust.
to learn.
We
You've
just
just had
needed
to
the
trust the person.
And we just needed the rabbit. The greyhounds were
That's it.
ready.
Greyhounds
That's
are
it.
ready.
We
They
just-
needed the rabbit
Yeah,
to chase.
That's it.
Yeah.
We always, That's always the way we've been.
Yeah,
Yeah.
feedback. We've done 3 months of work in 2 weeks. It's pretty cool.
Work ethic is never an issue.
Yeah.
No.
It's highly tied to my values.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, I will always work hard. And now we're just like,
now you're applying it too, though. Like, you guys are so good at, and like, for people, I guess, like me that do get nervous with that stuff, and it's like, I want to learn it perfectly before I do, blah, blah, blah. You guys are like, cool, learn the thing, apply it. I'd rather fuck it up and then refix it later when I know how to fix it. And it's like, you know, faster action means faster results, means faster turnover, means faster ability to make those decisions again. And
and it sounds cliche because it's like, it's the Hormozis, it's the Codys, it's those names that are always like speed is everything.
yeah.
But that's what it is.
Yeah.
It's like, so
Absolutely.
the 10 modules we've done turns into one marketing plan.
Yeah.
That's
we
huge.
implement that next week.
We've already tested the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And our, like, it has to be done is like Monday.
Yeah.
And you know
So
what's
then it's like, okay, we've got 4 weeks worth of data. So the person that took 10 weeks to get through all the modules and start probably still takes another 2 weeks to actually execute.
What about the person that booked their call for January and your marketing plan's already in place?
So we've got 12 weeks more data on the effectiveness of the plan than that person.
Yeah.
Than us if we waited that time. So yeah, it's a no-brainer for us to just fucking send it, basically.
Yeah. It's just always the way we've been anyway.
Yeah.
Take that as inspiration, people.
Yeah.
Jess, it's going to do a little beep at
Just
us.
give her a turn.
Give it a rotate.
That's it.
Mad. That was fun.
Yeah.
That was
a good
really
chat.
good.
Yeah.
Congratulations again.
Well done, Jess.
Thank you.
All of us, but
Well done, team.
Jess
but
fucking drove it, man.
You're the captain of the ship.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Every ship needs a captain, and that is you.
You're
And-
in.
Thanks for making me cry.
Sounds like you'll
okay.
have one of us at each Christmas party because I think I'm going to come to the Thursday night.
Thursday.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Either way, as long as, like, you know, Jess and I will be there for both. You guys, I'll make sure I live stream as much of it as I can to you guys. But everyone at UStrong knows that this is a team effort. And, you know, I got a gym full of women from their 20s to their 50s, one in their 60s.
It's amazing.
And it's like they all know who you guys are. They know that this is a team effort. They know all of that. And that's something that I'll forever be proud of because I never wanted this to be my gym. Do you know what I mean? Like, this is like such an our thing.
Yeah.
And, you know, Jess has grown into it. You guys have grown from the outside. I've grown so much.
Yeah.
And it's, cool. Thank you for the opportunity because I fucking love this place. I love it.
I love it here.
so good.
Mad, if you enjoyed the episode, got any value out of it, or just maybe even had a giggle, like the episode, share the episode and tag us. If you're on YouTube, comment and subscribe. If you're on Spotify, I think you just subscribe.
Follow.
Do the follow thing. Makes a really big difference to the audience size of these episodes, and we put a lot of our time and effort into them, so that's all we ask in return. Is if you had an idea and you're going to go run a challenge and make a buttload of money off it, all we ask is you just hit the follow button.
Yep. Agreed.
That's all.
Thanks, guys.
Cheers.